Dollar. Dirt and money, no soul. Had to go and get it, ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack and flip for my foes. Dollar. Please tell me you can hear me. Don't turn your back and don't neglect me. Just let me know if you need me. Dollar. Let me watch out for my partners. Keep my money long, get my team strong. Let me run away from my problems.
Yo, what's good, original crew, man? We're back. We got another Rotten Mango. Today's Rotten Mango. Killer was burnt to death in prison, but caught shopping with celebrity girlfriend right after. What? Huh?
She tried to like fake her own.
No, Killer.
Oh wait, Killer
was burnt to death in prison, but caught shopping with celebrity girlfriend right after. You said what she? I'm just.
Oh, or he. My bad. I don't know.
Hold on. This day and age, we don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah,
So yeah. With that being said, this day and age.
But still, what I was about to say, regardless of whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's get into it.
Oh, I thought you were finna say something. She got the pineapple.
What size? Peanuts. Little pieces of
Make sure y'all check out the links in the description box.
Down below.
You already know where to go. If you want the first part, you gotta do it. Check out down below. Also, if you enjoyed today's video,
knock it in with a thumbs up.
Man, let's get it. Let's check it out. Let's see what's about. You ready?
Bada bing, bada boo.
April 7th, 2022. Dr. Nandifa, or as her patients call her, Dr. Nandi, walks into the morgue. She's walking past all the guards through the hallways. I mean, it's not like it's her first time here. She's going to be very quick in and out, get what she needs, and get out the morgue. That's the plan. Most of the staff, they probably already know Dr. Nandi, so that's going to make things a lot easier. They don't know her because she works at the morgue, though. It's not like she's a doctor that closely works with the deceased bodies like a forensic pathologist. Dr. Nandi is actually a celebrity doctor. She provides non-surgical solutions like Botox and chemical peels to some of the top celebrities, movie stars of South Africa. And almost like in the K-pop world, some of the K-pop makeup artists or the hairstylists, they go viral and they almost become a celebrity in their own right. And that's what happened to Dr. Nandi. She's a very well-known figure in the area. So what is she doing in a morgue? I mean, the dead typically don't require facelifts. So she walks up to the desk, pulls out this official documentation from her purse. I'm here to pick up my father's body. Dr. Nandi does not hold a funeral for her father's body. Instead, very early that same morning, she parks her Porsche and has a very discreet burial. She buries her father in a very private, nobody else is invited, only she's there to watch the coffin drop into the ground. But within a few weeks, she's back at the morgue again, picking up another body. And she's having another discreet, very private, quiet burial with nobody in attendance.
What?
And then like clockwork, she's back at the morgue again, picking up another body.
No.
Now it's getting a little bit suspicious.
Right?
What would a famous aesthetic doctor that caters to celebrities have anything to do with these random bodies from the morgue? Or is everybody around her just dropping dead? Authorities will eventually dig up her father's body, and when they open up the coffin, they find that it is filled to the brim with rotting animal meat.
What?
Another body that she picks up would be found in the river with a mortuary tag still attached to their toe, which begs the question, whose body is she taking from the morgue then? Why does she keep taking bodies from the morgue? What the hell is she doing with them?
Right.
But perhaps the most important question, what does she have to do with a murderer that was found burned to death in his jail cell? This is the very complicated, nearly unbelievable case of Thabo Bester. We would like to thank today's sponsors who have made it possible for Rotten Mango to support Keep the Dream 196. They are a South African-based nonprofit that is focused on educating and empowering young girls and women on reproductive health, HIV and STI prevention, and signs of violence. This episode's partnerships have also made it possible to support Rotten Mango's growing team, and we would also like to thank you guys for your continued support as we work on our mission to be worthy advocates. As always, show notes are available at rottenmangopodcast.com. Now, today's case does cover multiple cases of SA, and there are a few brief mentions of CSA. If that's a bit too much for you today, please take care of yourself. We will see you in the next one. Today's case is also based on the book, The Thabo Bester Story by Maricia Damons and Daniel Stein. They were the lead investigative journalists that broke the story and first published their suspicions about this whole case when it first broke, which eventually led to the truth being uncovered for the public. The book is available for US readers on Kindle. So with that being said, let's get started. They say the scent of human flesh that is burning on fire is a very distinct scent. Because, you know, people say when people die, there's a scent that emanates from human dead bodies. And some people say it's very sweet. There's a little bit of a nutty, aromatic essence to it. And then there's people who talk about what human meat must taste like, and they liken it to pork. Well, when you light a human on fire, the muscles of the human flesh, they say, have a distinctly beef-like smell. It smells like if you were to light a steak on fire. But if you were to light a fattier part of the body on fire, where there's a little bit more of the fat, it smells like pork. And the smell of burning flesh becomes overpowering in the Mangwan prison in South Africa, which is alarming even for this specific prison standards. According to some netizens, South African prisons are amongst the worst in the whole world. One comment reads, aside from overcrowding, from the last meal of the day being served at 4 p.m., authorities give the gangs free rein. If you're not part of the gang, you're fair game to be R-worded, to be subjected to other forms of brutality. You're gonna sleep in the piss-covered floors next to the communal toilet, which is shared by about 90 inmates. It's disgusting, filthy, the showers don't work. There's 90 men sleeping in cells that are designed to only sleep 36. It is best to avoid at all costs. Another netizen shared a story of how a relative was in prison in Cape Town for being caught with drugs at a concert. And they said he was there briefly, but the biggest standout was there was a gang member who was HIV positive, and he poked himself with a needle and would go around harassing everyone, forcing them to do what he says unless they wanted to get stabbed with AIDS, basically. May 3rd, 2022. It's really early in the morning. Most of the prisoners are asleep when they hear this loud banging noise. It sounds like a firework going off, just bang. And then the sound is echoing off the prison hallways. And the whole section of the prison, they go silent. I mean, everybody's slightly on edge. Is that someone starting a riot? Is somebody escaping? What's going on? Is it a gang-related war? What is it? But then nothing happens. So some of the prisoners, they roll back to sleep. Others roll on their sides and they're chit-chatting with their cellmates until 3 a.m. rolls around and another loud bang goes off. And it's even louder than the first one. It almost feels like a bomb this time, not even a firework, an explosion. The ground is briefly shaking and the prisoners, they're staring at the opening. They try to look down the hallway and it's like a chimney. The hallway is a chimney. There are big masses of gray smoke that's just billowing down now. Some of the inmates, they run, grab their blankets to cover their mouths. Others are rushing to get the guards' attention. When the guards are finally alerted, this is what they do. They briefly glance at the CCTV cameras. I don't see a fire. They say they don't see any smoke on the CCTV cameras. So why go investigate? Maybe that's why it takes them a while to finally recognize, no, the CCTV cameras are not working properly. There is a fire. You need to go put it out. When they do, they go into cell 35 where there was some sort of explosion, some sort of fire. They put it out, and underneath this gasoline-soaked mattress that's burnt to a crisp, it looks like a piece of toast. Under the mattress is the fried, dead body of a man named Thabo Bester, a convicted serial R-worder and a convicted killer. Initially, there must have been some doubts on what happened inside this cell because, I mean, it doesn't make sense. How do you even create a fire of this size? How do you get that much gasoline into a cell, smuggle it in, pour it all over a mattress, and then light it on fire? Mm-hmm. It's very quickly ruled that Thabo Bester self-exited in prison.
You say the body was under the mattress?
Yes, like underneath the bed.
Like in between the bed and the floor?
Yes.
What?
Now,
It's
why would
very
you want to do
strange.
that?
Yeah.
And so people think it's very weird, but they deem it a self-exit. But some people aren't so sure because Tabo recently requested protection from the number 26 gang. He stated that he couldn't pay them and now they're out to get him. They're after him. This is a few days before he dies. He's begging the guards, please, you need to move me into solitary confinement because they're out to get me. They're going to kill me. That's why they finally moved him to the isolated cell at the end of the long hallway. The 26 Numbers Gang, by the way, is actually just a faction of the Number Gang. That's what they're called. The Number Gang is one of the world's oldest gangs that are still active to this day. I think they were created and formed in the 1800s. They have 3 arms, or factions, if you will. The 26s, the 27s, the 28s. The 26s are like the treasury entrepreneurial side of the gang. They import currency, tobacco, and drugs into the prison, and they collect all the little funds. They're the money makers. They also force a lot of the prisoners that are not part of the gang to pay a protection fee, aka you pay me money to protect yourself from me. Racketeering, if you will. They are the masters of smuggling and manipulation. The 27s, they're the military of the gang. They're the most feared faction, most violent. And the 28s, they defend prisoners' rights, which they're not out here protesting. They'll just straight up attack guards. However, in exchange for that, the 28s will also essay all of the prisoners that they feel they want to essay in return.
So they're all in prison, you're saying?
It's mainly a prison gang.
Wow.
This is a male prison, right?
Yeah.
All right. And they got free range to just...
Okay.
Now, the 28s, it's very interesting because if the guards are not feeding you on time, they will attack the guards, but also at night, they will essay the same prisoners. It's just a very fascinating setup. If Tabo Bester was asking for protection from the Numbers Gang just a few days before he died, is it not possible that maybe one of the gang members killed him? I mean, it doesn't make sense. The government very quickly rules the fact that Tabo Bester self-exited, which is very interesting because if he's able to smuggle gallons of gasoline into the cell and something to light a fire with, you would imagine that he's able to smuggle a lot more that's easier to self-exit or less painful. Why would he choose self-immolation? That's a very rare way to pass. I mean, it's an unavoidable, blatant question in everybody's face, but nobody asks. I think nobody cares. Everyone is just happy that the famous serial R-worder and killer is dead. And within hours, the entire cell where he died is cleaned of any remnants of petrol, smoke, wiped down, repainted, and ready to take in another inmate. While Tabo Bester's body is quietly sent to this government morgue, 5 days later, a woman is gonna walk in with her father. Name? Dr. Nandifa Magadumana. What can I help you with? We're here to pick up a body. She's here to claim the body of a man everyone calls the Facebook rapist, Tabo Bester. What the hell is a celebrity doctor doing picking up the body of a convicted killer? Tabo's favorite crimes were the ones that he could commit on Facebook. That's why he's called the Facebook R-worder. He would pose as this world-renowned marketing manager for a massive modeling agency or a fashion house or even a TV show. He would offer the woman the chance to become the next Gigi Hadid as long as they met up with him for a paid photo shoot. He was never sleazy about it. That's the very interesting thing. Everything about his listings are highly professional. He never goes out of his way to message girls directly to ask them to come work with him. It just feels like a good opportunity. He's posting an advertisement. If you want to go and you want to model for this man, which it seems like it's in your best interest because he's created a lot of models before, then it's a good opportunity. You go meet with this man.
What do you mean? Like he has a legitimate business or he's a famous photographer or?
He says he is. He says he's both of those. He's a famous agent.
Famous agent. Like he can make you into a star.
Yes.
And
So
he
he
does
said-
have a record of that on Facebook.
He says.
He says,
Okay.
come on, boy.
Yes.
Come on,
Now, when
kid.
the women arrive at the photo shoot location, it's very professional. It is indeed a very nice photo shoot. Multiple cameramen are running around for the best shots.
But
There's
that's not easy to
assistants with
fake.
Bluetooth wires in their
I mean,
ears.
that's easy to
There's
fake.
professional lighting crew. The girls would model, and nothing would be overtly Well, it's exactly what they agreed on. It's not like they get there for a clothing brand photo shoot and suddenly they're modeling lingerie. It's everything that they agreed upon. And at the very end of this long workday, Taba would help all of the camera guys, the lighting crew, pack up all their expensive things into this massive van that's going to drive them back to town. But not before he treats them all to one big meal as a treat. You know, we finished the photo shoot. This is going to be great. We're going to make so much money. This is going to go to a very confidential, massive fashion brand, and we're going to get paid. So he takes them all out to eat, and while they're in the middle of this expensive steakhouse meal, he's going to excuse himself to go use the restroom and never come back. The camera guys, the lighting crew, the models, they will find themselves stuck with this massive steak bill. But worse than that, all of their professional gear in the truck that he helped load up,
He stole?
gone. He run them clean.
What? Wait, so he found a bunch of like contractor photographers.
Yes.
Basically. Everyone's like for hire.
Yes,
Wow.
And he steals their equipment.
all of it. But it's such a long con because he goes through the whole photo shoot.
Yeah. So his main thing was the equipment.
Yes. He's very ballsy with it too. He's not
Well, also he doesn't now. He's probably doesn't pay them as well because he probably told them, "Hey, I'll take care of it." When at the end when we all separate after I pay the bill for the dinner,
Yeah, but he just
I'll
ditches
take
on
it.
everything and then
Yeah,
steal your
nobody gets
equipment.
paid anything, and I steal y'all
And then
equipment.
y'all stuck with a bill that y'all probably can't afford. Who knows?
And y'all have the equipment. Like
And y'all don't have equipment. Or
professional
a ride.
equipment is fucking expensive.
Or a ride because, well, they will
It
still have a
depends.
van.
It
Because maybe
depends.
he got somebody else to come meet him and they come and get
Or he took the van himself.
I don't.
And now I'm finna go take the equipment where I'm gonna take it and take the van somewhere to get rid of it.
Bro, that is crazy. That's a long process.
It's a long process, but a lot of con artists do it though.
not just posting these small little photo shoots. He would post all over forums, pull advertisements, spend money to get ad slots. The ad would read, Tyra Banks is at it again. This time, her and her co-presenter, Tom Kelly, are looking for Africa's next big thing. The winner is expected to walk away with a $55,000 contract with Tyra Banks Modeling Agency and a 6-month contract to be the face of Louis Vuitton and will be co-presenting on Tyra Banks' newest show. Women from countries such as, but not limited to, Nigeria, South Africa, Mozambique, Zambia, Botswana, the Ivory Coast are to compete for the prestigious title of Africa's Next Top Model. The auditions will be held March 28th at the Santon Convention Center.
what's
The
this?
show will air on TV April 15th. It is going to be so much fun. The
What the
date
fuck are y'all really
Well,
believe?
I don't know when he put the ad.
But I'm
up.
just saying, like,
But still,
true, because we don't know how long they've been in
yeah, because
prison.
how
All
long he been going at this.
Man, I know a scam when I hear one.
What you said?
of the competition actually coincide with the airing of the 6th season of America's Next Top Model, but I guess in this case, Africa's Next Top Model, which Tyra Banks was involved in. So it kind of makes sense. The only iffy part of this whole thing is you would have to pay $22 to enter. But that's still really nothing, considering the winner is going to get a $55,000 modeling contract with Tyra Banks, and addition, $100,000 in
But
cash.
you know how many people gonna apply?
Not only do
Okay.
multiple, almost 100 women pay the entrance fee to join the competition, but Taba would round them up in a facility, confiscate all their phones and electronics. This is a highly confidential shoot. This is very standard. Please put your phone. Let's log it in. Okay, sign in your phone, make and model. Perfect. Put it in the bag. Next, I need your phone. I'm sorry, it's a confidential shoot.
Wait, he legitimately try to pull off a huge event.
Boy, shut
And he
up.
does pull it off.
Let's go, man.
He rents out the convention center, but he leaves before he has to pay the bill. I guess they
Exactly.
don't do a pre-deposit.
Wow.
Yes.
I mean, this will quickly get.
And 9 times out of 10, if I get y'all phones in the bag, your phone is now mine.
I'm taking everything.
And y'all
Ain't that crazy?
$22 deposit. Say for instance, if it is 100, that's $2,000 on a guy. And I'm wondering, is it USD? Because if it's USD,
Well, no, because he's over.
but they
Oh,
still
but
you
still.
still because you got people coming from all over the place. So if it's 22 USD converted to whatever that's a lot of money. I don't know if it's 22 USD or 22 and whatever they have. I'm not 100%. But if it's $22 per model, you got 100 to 200 models coming. That's a lot of money. And now get off on y'all phones. I can sell those on the street for little to nothing. And then that's the game though. That's the con game.
That's messed up.
And he's not out of pocket of anything.
Nope.
Like advertisement. What's advertisement on Facebook? $5-10 for, it depends on what range you're trying to hit. But 5-10, like he still come up.
Oh no, like
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, this is too crazy.
There's a reason he doesn't get caught. Now he would just run off with all their phones and the money.
Stealing iPhones.
Yes, and the $22 of entrance fees. Now, sometimes he would even go as far to lease private jets, somehow convince these private jet chartering companies to fly him to a different city in South Africa with models. He would book a return flight. So when they land in the new city, the private jet would just wait on whatever they wait on, and he would just leave. It's just a free ride to this new city. He would never fly back with them, and he wouldn't pay them for the private flight to the city.
What?
Other times for more intimate photo shoots, in the sense that there's not a lot of models on site. He would lure some of the models to his hotel room for a quick interview. He would say that this modeling job is highly confidential and it's fast-tracked right now. They need to find someone quick. But instead he would essay the girls, rob them, and leave them. Honestly, that's putting it lightly. We don't have more in-depth accounts of how many times he committed these crimes or more descriptions of exactly what he said and did to lure these girls. But we do know that on at least one occasion, he convinced a 24-year-old model to come to his photo shoot, audition for the role to become an MTV presenter, like an MTV TV show host. But instead, he dragged her into his hotel room, essayed her, stabbed her in the face, strangled her, nearly killing her, stole her car, credit cards, and phone, and fled the scene to go shopping at the mall.
What?
On another occasion, he had a girlfriend that he was dating. She introduced him to a model that might want to work with him. She's like, hey, boyfriend, here's a model. You're a modeling agent. Why not make this work? He ends up essaying the model, then fleeing with all of her credit cards. I mean, truly, no concern or worry that he's going to get in trouble for any of these crimes. That's how he gets the name of the Facebook R-worder. But he is doing a lot more than that. Yeah. Thabo even had a business set up with a very famous doctor called Aram Properties. Essentially, they would build a high-profile clientele with a lot of money, dream homes. It's like HGTV. They're luxury builders. The reason they should choose Aram, all these wealthy people in South Africa, over any other building company is RM knows the markets really well. They know which areas are good, which ones are bad, how to build a home that's going to last forever. And on top of that, you have the chance to be a part of a Netflix series. It's like Selling Sunset, but it's going to be even bigger, based in South Africa. It's called Hot Property Chick. The likes of Drake, Kylie Jenner are all gonna be on there. I mean, not only do you get your dream home for way less than the market price, other builders are charging at least $160,000 more per home, but you also have the chance to be on TV, get famous, or at least bring attention to your business or your company. Why would you not want your home built by Arm Properties? Arm Properties was one of Thabo Bester's favorite scams that he liked to pull off after he died in prison. There is a picture of Dr. Nandi, the celebrity doctor that likes to visit morgues in her free time. And it has since gone viral. She's out at the store with her family. They're buying a bunch of mundane household items. It's not even a cleanup kit. It's not like she has bleach and rubber gloves and an apron and rope and trash bags. She's just buying random little snacks and some toilet paper. There is absolutely nothing alarming at first glance about this picture. In theory, it's quite innocent. Dr. Nandi's 2 children are there with her, her 2 daughters. But there are 2 things that are incredibly wrong. One, the man in the photo is not Dr. Nandi's husband. She is married to another well-known famous doctor. He's not the man in the photo. 2, the man in the photo is a convicted killer that's supposed to be dead. The man is a dead man walking next to Dr. Nandi. Thabo Bester.
They're both just buying toilet paper?
Yes, and this picture was taken.
That's why I say I need to see the photo like this, because the other photos we've seen, he had a low haircut. This time now, and also don't forget, y'all, she is a what? Plastic surgeon. She probably know how to do hair transplants, even if he was like thinner or anything. She know how to. help him hide his identity. Mm-hmm. She could have really gave him a whole new face, possibly. I don't know how good she is, but you never know. He bold as the motherfucker.
Facts.
Because honestly, you still look the same beyond the hair.
Right.
The shades ain't gonna
Everything
hide
else
you.
looks the same. Yeah.
So
They're both just buying toilet paper?
Yes, and this picture was taken after Thabo Bester died in prison
Okay.
in 2022. So this doesn't make any sense. How is he dead but still alive and free out of prison hanging out with a celebrity doctor? None of this is making any sense right now.
Yeah.
Why would Dr. Nandi be buying toilet paper with a convicted killer?
Yeah.
Right.
10 years ago in 2011, a 26-year-old saleswoman at a BMW dealership, she told her boss that she was going to take a few days off to go on vacation with her boyfriend. They were going to this neighboring city for a few days since her boyfriend said that he had a potential modeling gig lined up for her. When they get there, they rent this hotel room. It's more like an Airbnb, a guest house, if you will. The very first night, they get into this heated argument because her boyfriend is still talking to all of his ex-girlfriends. And she's upset. She's like, I was under the impression that the two of us are exclusive. Why would you be talking to anybody else? Why would I even take days off of work to leave town to go on vacation with you if we're not even exclusive? He manages to de-escalate the fight. The two of them end up going to sleep. But at 2 a.m., she wakes up to this very weird sensation. It's almost like sleep paralysis. It's just a weird sensation. She wakes up, opens her eyes, and in the dark corner, Thabo is standing pointing a knife at her.
The
Thabo
boyfriend is
Bester.
Thabo?
Yes. He's wielding a knife, pointing it at her.
Okay.
He turns on the lights and he's demanding that she give him her phone and laptop. She's like, take whatever you want, please. He lunges towards her. She's kicking, trying to get him off of her, and everything stops. The knife is in her chest. There is blood leaking into the bedding. He rolls her on her stomach with the knife still embedded in her chest, ties her arms back with a t-shirt, and demands her passwords for her laptop. This is at 2 a.m. He will finally leave the guest house at 7 a.m. 5 hours later, that she just has a knife stuck in her chest. He finally walks out of the guest house that they're renting and he runs into the owner. Could you please keep it down? My girlfriend is still in there asleep. Do you mind giving me a quick lift to Cape Town? The owner drives Thabo to Cape Town and they don't realize that nobody has heard from the girlfriend. So they try to knock before getting into the room. And when they finally get in, 9 p.m. the next day, she is found dead and bloody.
Wow.
It's very clear that Thabo Bester is the one responsible, but he's not even scared. He ends up posting on Facebook, "Catch me if you can. Why are people even bothering me?"
What?
There is a reason that Thabo Bester is balls to the wall, unafraid of any of the crimes, and it's because Thabo Bester is completely anonymous. Prior to all of this, he was born without any sort of registration. It's like being born in the United States without a social security card, without any sort of identification, a birth certificate, absolutely nothing. Thabo Bester's mom gave birth to him in a local hospital when she was just 20 years old. She stated that the father was a stranger who essayed her. And now because Tabo's mom herself doesn't have identification documents, Thabo Bester doesn't even get a birth certificate after being born. The only record of his entire existence for most of his life is just on a piece of paper tucked away in some filing cabinet in the hospital with his birth that's logged with a pen. Thabo Bester, born on this date. No identification. He uses this to his advantage. When Tabo's a teenager, he would find his very favorite school activity. On the weekdays, he would put on his school uniform, a blazer with badges all over it. One of them was a prefect's badge, essentially a class president badge. And it's for the graduating class of Hyde Park High School, a school that he never attended. In fact, he stopped going to school in the 7th grade. But he would put on that uniform, walk around asking kind locals for a ride to school that morning. A lot of nice, unassuming moms would pick him up, put him in the car. I mean, whether he reminds them of their own kids or their child that used to be a teen or their son, I don't know. But they would pick him up, drive him to school, and on their way, they would make small talk. What grade are you in? Graduating this year, ma'am. Why don't you have a ride to school? My grandmother is in the hospital and I live alone. And I guess I'm not really sure what I'm going to do for the new... Never mind. These women would be so confused. Tell me what's going on, young man. It's just... There's a new athletic championship that I qualified for, but I'm not even sure I can afford to go anymore.
Oh, wow.
One of the women that gave him a ride said her heart absolutely melted in that moment. Well, I could purchase a plane ticket for you, book you a hotel. That's what the school needs you to do, right? And give you a bit of spending money, even for the trip. You would do that? She would do that. A few days later, he's right back in her car and she's driving him to the airport. When she turns to ask him a question at a red light, she sees a hole in his ear. 2 holes in his earlobe. This young man has his ears pierced. And it dawns on her in that moment, because at this point in time, South Africa is very conservative. Everything that this young man said is a scam. There's no way he's a good Christian kid, like he claims, from a good Christian family that goes to Hyde Park High School, because you can't get your ears pierced. So what is she going to do at this point? It's just the 2 of them in the car on the way to the airport. While they're still driving, the woman's friend Belinda Watts calls her, and she sounds frantic. She tells her, "Are you with that kid that you're paying for the hotel trip? That kid in your car is a con artist. I just asked my husband, and he checked the records. He's been conning people at least 300 times. I'm going to have the police meet you at the airport to arrest this boy." Thabo is arrested at the airport and released. Within a week, he's back at the police station for asking another housewife for a ride and stealing $200 from her. He had to call his mom to bail him out, and it seems that's the only time he would really talk to his mom, is when she would bail him out from trouble. He never really kept in contact with her, even when he's arrested for the final, well, not final time, but the second final time. He's arrested for murder. His mom found out through the news. They do not have a good relationship. So now the question is, 10 years later, why is this man hanging out with a celebrity doctor and buying toilet paper with her? It doesn't make sense. Does Dr. Nandi know this guy? Dr. Nandi's family has a strong come up. Her parents said, "We were amongst the first Black people in Port Edward to own a house." So you can imagine the transition. It was the end of apartheid and the tensions were very high. Dr. Nandi's siblings remember, I remember once we were the few Black kids on the bus going to the high school, and my older sister and her friend always being picked on. The white kids would sit on them and throw eggs at them. So my father once went, stopped the bus driver, got on the bus because he was the deputy mayor of the education department at the time. So they're doing really well.
Wow.
And he gave this whole speech on how they're all trying to build a country that includes everyone. And he said that he was so disappointed in these children for not moving on from the past. And it never happened again. Dr. Nandi really used this to propel her career. Instead of being so upset, which nobody would blame her for being upset at blatant racism and people throwing eggs at you, she really used it to propel her career forward. She studied every single day. She was one of the smartest, if not, I want to say like top 2 smartest kids in her entire school. Her grades straight A's every single year. People said she was like an angel growing up. It's not even just her grades. It's not that she's just smart and in the corner, so studious. She's a natural born leader. She has charisma like her dad. The way she speaks, people just want to listen to her. If there was a group project, instantly she's taking the lead and people are following. Nobody's like, "Why are you the leader?" No, people are listening to everything that she's saying. She never got in trouble at school. She ends up going to med school. She loves to read. She loves the ballet. Eventually she goes on to become a doctor. She marries another high profile doctor. They have 2 children together. Their whole family, their lives, it looks like it's straight out of a Vogue magazine. They end up buying a mansion in a really nice area and throwing these incredible parties for the socialites of South Africa. And they're almost too perfect. Like, you can't even dislike them. What is there to dislike about them? You would just seem like a petty, jealous person. They're kind, they're sweet, they're educated, they're so intelligent, and they're just dripping of charisma. It's insane. Dr. Nandi eventually starts her own skincare and aesthetic clinic in 2017, and she starts catering to high-profile TV anchors, musicians, artists, celebrities, movie stars, and they all lovingly call her Dr. Nandi. She's got hundreds of thousands of followers on Instagram, and her Instagram is very girl boss. I will tell you that. It's very much, if I can do it, you can do it. Pictures of her in expensive clothes in front of her expensive car with her designer handbag or in her office. She's showing off her luxury vacations while posting motivational quotes on how all women need to step up. Honestly, she seems at the time like a very good influence on people. Sure, you can hate hustle culture, but she seems like
Yeah,
She's
yeah.
not harming anyone. In fact, she's motivating people. She's inspirational. So how does she get wrapped up in helping pull off one of the most notorious prison escapes of South African history, if not in the world? One of the ballsiest, notorious prison escapes of recent time is going to take approximately 48 hours to pull off. So start the clocks. With 48 hours on the clock, Dr. Nandi and her father pick up yet another corpse from the morgue, which
That's how he got all the shit. Well, no, that was from the morgue. Is the morgue attached to the prison? If so, that's how they funneled in the equipment for him to fake it? Possibly. I don't freaking know.
is ironic because isn't her father supposed to be dead?
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah, no, she's making up lies. She's like, that's my dad. That's my friend's dad. That's my best friend I'm picking up.
And you can just pick up bodies like that just by saying, that's my dad.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think
over
she
there.
would forge official documentation. Now, her dad would help her pick up yet another corpse from the morgue, rent a car for her, place said corpse into the car, and that car is then driven to the gates of the massive prison. That is April 27th, 2022. That's the same day that Thabo Bester will apply to be placed in the isolation unit for his own safety. The supervisor for the segregation unit is what they call the unit, approves Thabo Bester's application and drives in this giant car into the prison. This random car that's left at the gates. He drives it in past the prison gates. He parks the car and he opens up the trunk where there is a TV cabinet box. You know those TV dressers? Media consoles? And it's in a cardboard box. You gotta assemble it. And he's bringing that box into the prison, which is already a bit strange. Why would he spend his own money to decorate his office? And if it's not for the office, it's not like a prisoner needs a giant TV media console in their cell. It's very strange. It's actually so strange, in fact, that his boss had noticed the car outside and he said, don't you let that car into the prison. That's a suspicious looking car. I don't know what this car's doing outside the prison gates. Conveniently, his boss had to tend to an inmate's medical emergency soon afterwards. Then the gates opened and the unit supervisor was driving that car in. Now, the car with the TV console box is now in the facilities where it's going to sit for the next 48 hours. With 24 hours left on the clock, Thabo Bester's request is approved. He is slowly transferred to cell 35. It's a single person cell at the end of a long hallway where there are no other cells. It's so secluded, so isolated that it's actually partially obscured from even CCTV cameras. Almost as if it's a queue, at the same time, a CCTV technician at the prison places the contents of the TV console box into a wheelie bin, like a giant garbage can on wheels. And it's got a lid. He starts dragging it around the prison yard, picking up trash here and there periodically, opening it up slightly and then throwing it in, and then lugging it around, grabbing another piece of trash. And then very casually, he starts dragging that garbage bin into the dark room. The dark room is no longer a functioning room. It's technically been put out of commission because there have been many reports from inmates that even the prison staff couldn't ignore. Prisoners state that they were thrown into this dark room, which is a pitch black room with zero ventilation, no windows, no cameras, no clock to tell you the time, just a concrete bed and a toilet in a room with no ventilation. And for days, you'd just be forced to stay there as punishment.
It's like solitary confinement.
But worse. Yeah, by the time you get out, they say the torture likely changed your brain chemistry. It's really bad. That's how the dark room is described. Now he places that wheelie garbage bin into the dark room. There's nobody in there, and nobody's going to be coming in. The next day, with a few hours left to go, the CCTV tech pretends to clock out at the end of his shift. He's putting his fingers up to the scanner to clock out. Instead of leaving, he slips back into his office, cuts the power to the CCTV systems in the segregation unit, rushes to the darkroom, and wheels the garbage bin to cell 35, where Thabo Bester is locked up. And a fire starts. The mattress in the cell is soaked in gasoline and lit on fire. That weekend, the CCTV cameras in that specific unit, aka the unit where prisoners are sent when they tell the guards that they fear for their lives, solitary confinement, is on and off working. There will just be random blocks of time, chunks, where the CCTV cameras are not operational.
So right now, it seems like the leader of the unit is involved.
Yes.
There's a cleaner who's involved.
There's going to be actually about 10 prison staff involved.
Oh, that is crazy.
Many of them are involved. So after serving 10 years of his life plus 55-year life sentence, the Facebook R-worder and convicted murderer is free again. There is a split-second CCTV camera clip that they were not able to delete of him walking out of the cell on his two legs with no burn marks with one of the prison staff.
Look at him.
After Thabo Bester's little prison break stunt, one would safely imagine that these two would try to lay as low as possible. They would duck their tails, wear baseball caps when they go out, or maybe fake Dr. Nandy's disappearance too, so that the two of them could run off and live together forever. But no, they just rent a house surrounding the Sandton City Mall, which is known as the richest square mile in Africa. They just start playing house in the same neighborhood that Dr. Nandy is known to have frequented with her real family before all of this. It's in the same city that her clinic is in. It's also a few blocks away from the South African billionaire president's home. I mean, each of the houses in this area typically has high gated walls, CCTV cameras. More often than not, they have guard staff 24 hours a day guarding the homes. This is not a low-key area. And for some reason, the two of them rent two separate houses, spending almost $7,000 a month on rent, which originally, it could give off the impression that they're trying to be discreet with their relationship. Maybe they each live in one and they act like they just hang out at night. But they're doing nothing to hide this relationship while Dr. Nandy is still married. She's going around flaunting Thabo around. The two of them are driving around town in Porsches and Range Rovers. She's introducing him to her business associates and friends as Tom Matsepe. If anyone is like, wait, you look so familiar. Where do I know you from? Oh, it's a very long story, but you might know my uncle, Patrice Matsepe, the first South African billionaire. Yeah.
Wait, Thabo was saying that?
Yeah.
So he really feels like nobody recognizes him. Is that why?
Yeah.
He's out and about?
And he's so confident that nobody even gives it a second thought. And he's also dating a celebrity doctor. I mean, nobody questions it. Sometimes he's Tom Matsepe, the boyfriend. Sometimes he's the billionaire's relative. Sometimes he's TK, the business partner. He has so many aliases. The two of them, Dr. Nandy and Thabo, they go on to create a few businesses together, legitimate businesses in the sense that they're registered with the government. Yeah. However, they were not legitimate by any other means. They're just fronts so they can scam all of Dr. Nandy's wealthy friends out of their money. RM Properties, they would bring people in to their very nice rented home in the wealthy area of South Africa, host these luncheons with private chefs, with florals decorated everywhere to show off this lifestyle. And they would tell the guests that it's through all the properties that they build and own, and some of them they rent out from all over the world, really. Some like this one they live in, and you can have it too, as long as you give us millions of dollars to build your first home. That's what they say. RM Properties did well in terms of taking people's money. Nobody questioned Dr. Nandy. She's a celebrity. They thought there's no way she's going to risk her entire career, everything she's built up for some money. It's like if you know a celebrity is making a ton of money, are they really going to scam someone out of $100? It just doesn't feel like it's worth it. It doesn't make any sense. Which, don't get me wrong, they are scamming people out of a lot of money. But her career would, again, be a little bit more prosperous, and it would be over if she's thrown in jail.
Yeah, so why the hell is she doing this?
That's what people still don't know to this day.
Really?
We have theories, though. Now, a lot of women who aspire to be like Dr. Nandy, they start investing with Aram Holdings. And the setup is you give Aram Holdings a massive deposit. A lot of the times it was maybe a few $100,000s. They'll start building your dream home for you. But naturally, what happens is you need more money to start different phases of the building. So you have to keep giving RM Holdings more and more money without ever seeing any sort of final products, without ever getting any sort of guarantee. Like, look at your house. We've got all the foundations set up. It's just, they'd show them a lot. Now we got to start building. Now, we just found out that there's something wrong with the land. We got to level the land. We got to do this. We got to do that. It's just a money pit. But most people are initially intrigued because, like I said, they're quoting sometimes $165,000 less than what other builders are quoting. And Dr. Nandy would say this to all of her friends and family. The whole idea of Aaron Properties is to make it accessible for people to build houses, not to prey and make ridiculous profits. Do you get what I'm saying? Because it's attainable. It shouldn't be something that's going to cost you a fortune, and I'm just walking away with so much of your money. Dr. Nandy and TK would even talk about their new business ventures. They're going to expand ARM Holdings into ARM Travels, which will help build various tour packages, potentially even let travelers stay at other vacation homes, facilitate transactions that way. Personally, I thought that their plan was to scam as many people at once in the beginning, get a bunch of deposits for building the homes, and then just run off with the money. But no, they stick around. They keep asking for more and more money because the plans are getting more and more complicated, and everything is turning into this massive money pit to the point where if any of the homeowners or clients, they call Tom or TK or whoever he's introduced as, he would throw a massive fit for them even asking the most simple questions of, hey, when's our next meeting? I'd love to hop on a call with you. He would start throwing a tantrum at them. He would take their money and then subject them to emotional abuse. So again, why is Dr. Nandy doing this with him? Is she really doing this for money that she doesn't really need at all? People say that it's likely he manipulated her. It does seem that Thabo Bester is a good manipulator. This is giving Dr. Nandy a lot of grace and a lot of benefit of the doubt. I think that most people don't believe this theory, but this is one of them, that she too is a victim, and he likely lied about being guilty of the crimes.
What? But you say he was in prison for 10 plus years.
That's another reason that people don't sympathize with Dr. Nandy. She, from what we know so far, has no connections to Thabo Bester prior to all of this. And it is believed, it is assumed, that she reached out to him while he was in prison.
Like a prison pen pal. Also, I'm not giving her the benefit of the doubt. She's a highly educated woman.
Yeah.
You know, like, right from wrong. You know, you can see through certain bullshit when you that educated, you know?
Like, he's literally locked up for
murder.
Yes. I'm not helping you get a lot of things. You are a horrible person. You are a monster. I'm not helping you break out of prison. I'm not about to plan this whole... Like, you was doing a lot beforehand. Like, you was doing a lot to help him get out. I'm not doing that. Like... Yeah, regardless of the fact, yeah, you probably... And you have 2 kids and a husband. Did you not think about them?
Man, you know how many women go through stuff like that? They don't be thinking about their husband. They don't think about their kids.
But that's what I'm saying. I can't give you the benefit of the doubt. I can't show you no grace and was like, oh, he manipulated her too. Like, be for real.
Especially with... She's just too smart, bro. You're a whole doctor out here. You have achieved levels, you know what I'm saying? Like, you ain't that damn... You know?
But why, right?
To be some sort of pen pal. Maybe she was going through a rough patch in her marriage.
What?
And yeah.
That is crazy.
Other people say to give her a little bit of benefit of doubt in that situation.
I'm saying for her
to have
reaching...
a pen pal to reach out, but not to do all the other stuff.
Yeah.
Like, it's
but also with a situation like that, once you start telling the man what your problems is at home, he gonna paint the picture of everything that you having an issue with. That I don't come with that. You get what I'm saying? Everything you complain about your husband, that's the opposite of me. I'm not, you know.
Okay, but if you having a rocky, you think I'm about to reach out to a man in prison for a pen pal? Girl, go to therapy or something. Go get some marriage counseling. Like, I'm confused. Like.
Or just divorce and move the fuck on.
Go
find you another man.
If it's that bad, then I know.
Crazy.
Other people say to give her a little bit of benefit of doubt in that situation, that Dr. Nandy was always one for supporting people that maybe had it a bit rough, and perhaps she wanted to reach out to inmates to understand their psychology, to see what the prison was like, to see if they needed any help from the outside in terms of prison reform, in terms of, getting adequate representation.
And then decide a prison break.
Yeah. So we don't really know for sure why, but there's a few theories. Okay, so the first theory is that she too is a victim, and it is likely that he lied about being innocent. In one letter to an old family friend, he wrote, I am in prison for a crime that I never committed, and I'm so hurt by the stories in the media about me, for most of it is not even true. My mother had sent us to church. We grew up in an environment where respecting people, especially women. So, I mean, all the things that people are saying about me and saying that I have done is just not true. My biggest struggle is trying to find myself to be respectful at times when I'm lonely and feel rejection running through my soul. I finally feel as if I have hit a wall. I let down my teacher, my community, more God than myself. I was sitting in a jail cell facing a possible life sentence. It was a time for terrible fear, darkness, and despair. Thabo Bester is also known for having these manipulative stories about his childhood just ready to go. If he wants a little bit of sympathy, he's ready to dish them out. And maybe these are true, maybe they're not, but I don't think it excuses anything. One of the stories is that his grandmother's friend had started essaying him since he was a little boy. He stated that eventually he ran away from his grandma's home because he couldn't endure any of this abuse. He ends up without a home camp, where he runs into this older man who reaches out his hand offering to help him out of this tough spot. But this older man essentially kidnaps him, locks him away in his home, and essays him for days on end. He claims that in prison he was later gang essayed and a bottle of soapy water was inserted inside of him. And just his whole life is filled with trauma. Others are asking, is that really enough though? Just a few sob stories about your childhood? Is that really enough to have someone help you prison break out of one of the largest prisons in South Africa? There are allegations that Thabo is very manipulative, which is pretty evident in the way that he was scamming people. But people further allege that once Thabo got out of prison, he starts using pure violence to keep Dr. Nandi in check. There's a story circulating online that at one time, Dr. Nandi had invited a ton of her friends to her Hyde Park mansion to celebrate her birthday. She had the whole place decked out, caterers running in and out with finger food. The tables outside are beautifully lined with this soft linen, and they just hear screaming like somebody is fighting. According to partygoers, Thabo was so pissed off at the seating arrangements that Dr. Nandi had prepared, he starts screaming at her, the birthday girl, in the middle of her birthday party. They heard him screaming, "I'm in charge of the party, so you better let me decide who sits where."
Bitch, what?
And then, in front of all of their guests, Thabo, who everybody knew as Tom, Dr. Nandi's boyfriend, starts repeatedly slapping Dr. Nandi across the face over and over on her birthday, at her birthday party in front of everybody. Which some would argue is the reason that Dr. Nandi stayed with him afterwards. Perhaps he convinced her while he was in prison that he was innocent of the crimes that he was charged with, which is why she helped him prison break. And once he gets out, he starts scaring her into submission by assaulting her. There's allegedly an audio clip out there of Thabo screaming at Dr. Nandi, screaming, "I'm going to drive to Johannesburg tonight. And when I get there, I will, if you don't pick up the phone, you will regret it with your life. Do we understand each other?" Allegedly, Dr. Nandi can be heard terrified, responding, "Why are you saying this, Tom? Why are you threatening me?"
Why you say allegedly?
Because it's not been confirmed by either party. This is them.
Oh, okay. But the audio does exist.
Yes. You start doing your own things, and I told you, you don't do things in this house. Do you understand, Nandi? If you ever block my number, you will find your clothes on the streets. You will never block me. I run this house. I suffer for this house. You will not block me. Do you hear me? I will drive to you and I will take your ass and I will show you what I'm capable of. And if I ever call this phone and you don't pick up, Nandi, listen, I don't want you to make me angry. Do you think I'm stupid? Do you not think that I have a tracker on you? Do you not think that I have people following your ass, huh?
I'm driving to Joburg tonight. When I get there, if I call you and you don't pick up this phone, uzosola impilo yakho sazwana.
I understand why you're saying this, Tom.
No. I don't care if you understand or don't understand. You are doing your own things, and I told you, you don't do things in this house. Do you understand that? You don't miss.
The audio continues for another 2 minutes with even more threats. But some people don't really care for these allegations at all. I mean, they do, but they don't necessarily think that they matter, considering there were reports that Thabo was violent with Dr. Nandi's children. And people find that very hard to find sympathy for Dr. Nandi, for the sole fact that she went out of her way to expose her children to a convicted R-worder and a killer, and then let him abuse her children. They feel sympathy for the children. Perhaps they feel sympathy for Dr. Nandi to a degree, but they don't think it's anywhere near an excuse for what she's done. Even in court, when Tabo is initially arrested for his initial crimes of R-wording and murder, he pretty much admits to it. He says, the woman that I R-worded, my only intention at first was robbing them. But as I was leaving, I saw the victim's legs and I was tempted. My initial intention, again, was to just rob the victim, and I had accomplished this already. But after I saw their body, however, I was impelled by lust, and then I proceeded to R-word her. He tells the judge that it'll never happen again. In fact, he says, I feel also that I'm not somebody that you should worry about. Leaving a woman in one room alone with me, I would not essay her, And also the murder, I feel, was just we were fighting, there was a knife involved, somebody got stabbed in the process. That was the type of incident.
The way
if I wanted to kill my girlfriend at the time.
You said what?
I said the way he just
it's very passive.
Downplayed it.
And it's no remorse at all.
It's not like I'm just this killer, you know what I'm saying? It's not like I'm just this. Like, what? No.
Bro, you're like a demon walking this earth.
Yes.
You're so sick. You're a danger not to even society, but to yourself. You're a ticking time bomb.
To everyone.
But it's if nothing is. You do nothing that pleases anyone else. It's just everything is catered to you.
Yep.
It's all about me in every situation. Yep. Is how can it benefit me? I don't give a fuck about you. I don't give a fuck about you. You.
No matter
it's about how does it somehow benefit me and only me. You know what I'm saying? Even with the doctor, the whole situation, it's about what benefits me. How can I get up out of here? How can I continue to go back and make more money? I got you away from your husband. Also, again, you have a family. You have kids you have to care about first. Not no man. You risk not only your freedom, you risk your freedom, your career, your motherhood. You risk a lot for a motherfucker that don't give a fuck about you
man and only cares about
at all. You see women do this a lot, especially with men that's locked up. I don't understand how the fuck you can be out in the free world, but be that damn desperate for a nigga that's behind bars. I'm calling it out here, see.
Yeah,
and
you know
what I'm saying? I seen it firsthand. Ain't no way in hell you that damn desperate where a man behind bars can satisfy you mentally. Every aspect. A man that's been convicted of, when he comes out and comes home, it's going to be hard as hell for him to go back into society. Instead of you trying to seek a man that's already got his freedom.
And we're not talking about what? I would say, not talking about someone that you may have already been with or married to or whatever. Not talking about I'm talking about
seeking relationship from an inmate. That's what I'm saying. Not somebody. I'm not talking about somebody you already was in a relationship with or married to, and they have to go to jail, do a time, and come home. That's different. I'm saying you don't even know this individual, and you went and sought.
Yeah.
Even men, because we be doing love after lockup.
Yeah.
Those situations, y'all can't beat that, and it ain't just women, just humans. Yeah. Why are you that damn desperate to seek attention? Them motherfuckers don't give a fuck about nobody but themselves behind bars. It's the truth. I've seen it.
And I was going to say, with her person, still, for the ones that, show her sympathy as far as, I guess with him probably threatening her or whatever, because they haven't confirmed two voices or if that was actually them or whatever. So in that case, I get it if you were scared because he's put his hands on you, he's threatening you, he's now he's probably telling you I do this to your family or to your kids,
you
whatever
in too
the case
deep,
may be.
Though.
But yeah, you got yourself in too deep with a man that you don't know anything about. And if the situation as far as him harming your kid, baby, that would have been what when the kids start getting involved.
All she had to do was make a phone call. Your ass gone.
No.
And 9 times, even if he was threatening you, 9 times out of 10, he used the term "I murdered before I murder you." You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cause deep down, she's he is a murderer. he's capable of murdering someone. And that's the fear you have. Because no matter how much he done told her his story, I didn't do it. Deep down, you like, there might be some truth.
There's still a possibility that he actually is.
And then for him to threaten your kids,
no.
I wonder how long I got so many questions. How long have they been communicating?
Yeah.
And who? Obviously, she had to pay off all these people. Mm-hmm. So you had to your money. You had to use your money because he has nothing.
Yeah.
And stab her, I would have killed her where we were. I wouldn't have left town with her. I would not have killed her the first night we got to the new town. That was not my intention at all. If I really wanted to kill her, I would have taken her into a bush and killed her. My intention was never to kill anyone. My intentions were very straightforward. I liked her. Things just got very twisted. Whenever they got twisted, we had a fight. The knife got out of hand. She got stabbed. I tried to stop it.
She got stabbed? What the fuck?
He states that because he was already wanted for SA, he couldn't go report her injuries to the police because nobody would believe that it was an accident. So honestly, it's the police's fault. He said, as for the murder, I am fully responsible for what I've done. I did not fully understand what I was doing that day. I knew her for 4 years. I can't believe that I'm responsible for killing her. She believed in me. She was a friend. I'm very sorry for what happened. She had told me about all of her dreams. We had gotten very, very close. And you can imagine, you're going to learn a lot about someone spending time together. It weighed on me personally, night and day. It ached inside of me that I couldn't even sleep. However, like I said, I did not intentionally want to kill her. We had a fight and she got stabbed. Whether you or anyone else wants to believe me, well, that is my story. Wherever she's at, whether it be heaven or wherever, she knows that I never wanted to kill her. But
bro, that just shows you he don't give a fuck about nobody, bro. He's not taking account. He's blaming everybody. And you know, he has like this victim complex about himself, right? Where no matter what it is in this world that occurs, it's not his fault. It's somebody else's fault. I killed her, but it's not my fault. It's somebody else's fault. I'm assaulting these women, but it's not my fault. It's their fault. Because I seen their leg. I felt their leg, and it roused me.
Yeah.
How does that make sense to anyone? Like, I understand his upbringing, you know what I'm saying? And that's where it all falls apart at. You know what I'm saying? With his upbringing.
What's his upbringing?
Don't really understand it. But for one, he dropped out of school at 7. I mean, not at 7. It's 7th grade. But there has to be other things. And so he always felt that took on this victim. Mm-hmm. Even when he's scamming the other people. Well, I have to scam them because I have nothing. You still, like, instead of taking accountability, instead of saying, yeah, I fucked up. Yeah, that's my fault. Yeah, I'm going to take it. It's really not my fault. If I was provided this, then I'm going to have to do it. It's really not my fault. They shouldn't believe me in the first place. Like, what sense would that make? You know?
She's at, whether it be heaven or wherever. She knows that I never wanted to kill her. But at the end of the day, I'm pleading guilty because I don't want to sit in a courtroom and justify that I did not want to kill her.
I can't plead guilty to murdering her because I did not intentionally want to kill her. But I can plead guilty on the fact of bringing a knife into her presence. That I can plead guilty. And how she got stabbed, I don't know. But I do. If I have to plead guilty in
he's a professional liar because he can't even lie. Like he's stumbling trying to even come up with the damn words to say, bro.
I do. If I have to plead guilty in any regard there, I will plead guilty that I did bring the knife into the room and we had a fight and she got stabbed.
Thabo Bester pled guilty to all of his crimes, which is another reason that we don't have much more information on his victims. Because he pled guilty, there has been no trial process, and I think at this point the families just want to stay out of it. He admitted to the crimes, and the evidence is that Dr. Nandi reached out to Thabo while he was in prison for the crimes that he admitted to. There's also a pretty viral clip in South Africa where a debt collector comes to talk to Dr. Nandi. This is after Tabo's escape. This is before anyone knows that she's dating Thabo Bester. She's sitting at a restaurant, and the story is she purchased this $75,000 Mercedes, but their whole property scam was coming crashing down. She couldn't afford to keep paying for it, and instead of letting it go into collections, or better yet, returning the car to the dealership, she drives it to Zimbabwe, and she's like, yes, this is great. I'm going to leave it in Zimbabwe. Perhaps she has plans to file some sort of insurance claim on it, but the dealership finds out, tracks her down at the local restaurant where she's just eating this, honestly, not the most appetizing looking avocado toast. The toast is way too crunchy. And they confront her about the car, asking her, where is it? And she says that she'll have to talk to the person who signed the contract. It's safe to assume that she's talking about Thabo. And she continues to eat her avocado toast, unfazed, while they're sitting there staring at her in this public restaurant.
Was this recorded or something?
Yes, and people are just commenting, this doesn't look like a woman who's been manipulated. She seems so unbothered in this situation that most people would feel so stressed out, so anxious, so embarrassed. It's like she's got the steel heart of a criminal as well. It's argued that this is not normal people behavior. And I think one of the more ridiculous parts in all of this is that Dr. Nandi was one of the main reasons that the police were on to her. The reason an autopsy was re-examined in the first place is because a complaint was submitted to the courts by Dr. Nandi herself. So remember how she went to the morgue, got a decoy body, placed that decoy body into Thabo Bester's cell. Thabo Bester walks out, and there is a body that is assumed to be Thabo Bester that's left in the cell, but it's not Thabo Bester.
Yeah.
Well, now she wants to go pick up that body that's labeled as Thabo Bester.
I thought she picked up like 3 bodies.
Yes. So every single time they couldn't get the body into the prison, or it just didn't work out. So she ends up burying 2 bodies. One ends up in a river. So now she's back at the morgue trying to pick up Thabo Bester's alleged body, which we know is not Thabo Bester's body. So she goes to the morgue, and they're like, you can't retrieve his body because you're quite literally a random person and this is a criminal. Like, how do you know this convicted killer? You have no relation to him. I think in the other cases, they're civilians. Whereas this one, it's a criminal.
Yeah.
They're not siblings. They're not family. There's no evidence that they even know each other. I mean, they clearly don't run in the same circles. So what is she doing picking up Thabo Bester's body? Well, in the court filing, an official court filing that Dr. Nandi submits, she states that Thabo Bester is her common law husband and that not allowing her to take his body, she is suffering from undue emotional and psychological stress and trauma. She said, it pains me to see my late husband's body being moved around from the morgues. The deceased should be buried with dignity, and this is against that behavior.
She filed a motion or whatever.
Yes.
Because she wants that body?
Yes. The court looks at her like she's lost her goddamn mind. Thabo Bester cannot be your common law husband because you're already legally married to somebody else. She claims it does not matter. She and her doctor husband are long separated. She met Thabo way back in 2006 when they were both studying at the University of Witwatersrand, which again, that's pretty public record. The judge is again confused because Thabo Bester never even attended that school. But Dr. Nandi continues. I had a very close relationship with Thabo Bester, and we would go on dates and call each other and see each other quite often. She says that they lost contact with each other until she found out that he was in prison. She reached out to see if what they were saying about him was true. Did he kill somebody? She said she went and visited a few times, and the rest is history.
How the fuck could he be your common law husband?
He been locked up all this time.
Y'all lost contact. Oh, this bitch, she's slow. She is.
And you can be smart. And
Yeah,
you can be smart and you can be dumb at the same time.
I tried to give her credibility earlier and say she's smart.
Book sense, and I be like, girl, the things that people be doing, even men, but the things that y'all be doing for folks, I be like, you got it. You got it, big dog.
I ain't gonna hold you. It is a lot of smart ones be out here doing some of the dumbest shit, though.
I was just gonna say, like, girls, because I normally I be looking at, I'm like, girl, really?
Yeah.
You did all of that for this no good.
Trust me, you know I be knowing, bro.
I'm like, you are too smart and got so much going for yourself to get yourself in these situations. I see it all the time, and I just be like, it's mind blowing. Cause we
just talking about this, yesterday? Because we were off yesterday, right? We recorded off. It was either yesterday or the day before. We was talking about how the statistics said women in the medical field typically.
Oh, you told me that, yeah.
Yeah, they
you
were talking about how
they, where these statistics
because
come from?
they typically date a lot of criminals and stuff like that. And
I don't know what it is.
But it's the when you really look and see it, you be like, damn, it is true.
And
everybody know at least one person that's a female in the medical field that has either a dope boyfriend, husband, or he's some kind of something, or he been in jail, prison, or something. You know, at least one that's in the medical health field. I'm gonna say healthcare field to really broaden it up. You know, at least one that's in the healthcare field. No matter what she does, she goes home to her husband, whether he doesn't have a job.
And not the ones that done got their life together and they back on the straight path. But I'm talking about like the ones that still be out here in the streets trying to.
I ain't gonna lie. Even some of them because they feel like they can fix them up. They think they can.
Well, no, I ain't saying.
I'm just saying they go for those though. Is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I agree with you. But I'm saying nothing. I was saying because, hey, nothing. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I agree with you though.
But cause we thought about it, and she was like, wait. I said, think about it. She just laughed. But even like something like, you're married, bro, with another doctor. You could have a way more successful life with your husband. That I think what it sounds like is who you have your kids with. Mm-hmm. You had a family, and you chose to throw that shit away to be with a
and
convict.
I get it. If it's not working out, y'all separated, cool. That's whatever. Like, cool. But I'm not going backward. I'm not going to find no man in prison and help him break out of prison.
You ain't going low like that.
No.
That's
why would I do
low.
that?
Go find you another doctor or something. Somebody that's equally how the church say, see?
Equally yoked. If y'all done tried to why you if you and your husband, if y'all try to make it work, it's just not working, whatever. Y'all decide to do whatever y'all want to do. One, personally, I probably won't even be dating nobody else until all of that's finalized.
Yourself.
I'm working on me. I'm taking care of my kids. I'm working on my business. I ain't got time for nobody else. It's a lot of stress. And if I can alleviate that stress, I'm going to do that. Like I don't get it.
And the continent of Africa is so big. I don't know how easy it is to relocate, but with her being a doctor, I'm thinking it's probably easier than others. You know what I'm saying? But I don't
want to even really relocate because I don't want to go too
South Africa is big though.
I don't want to go too far. I don't want to take my kids away from their dad. Like just because we having issues, don't mean I'm gonna take the kids away from their dad.
I didn't think about the kids situation, but and that's what I said. South Africa is big too. Cape Town is nice.
Watch that; it's pretty sharp. But yeah, let's.
But you didn't stab me with it before.
I poked you. Stop saying.
It's the same.
This
thing.
Is not the right time to be talking about all this.
It's the same thing.
No, it's not.
Stabbing, poking. With a toothpick, it's the same matter.
No, it's not.
It's the same matter.
No.
Was true. Did he kill somebody? She said she went and visited a few times and the rest was history. They fell back in love. She said whenever he had any concerns or problems with any issues in prison, I was the one that would communicate with lawyers to try and resolve those issues. So
now when he breaks out, who do we look at first? You dumb.
Is my common law husband. She also stated that she should be the one to pick up Tabo's body because Tabo's mom is dead. None of his family members are even alive. Which is odd.
But that's a lie.
Because a lot of them are very much alive. Dr. Nandi would even go the extra mile to not only file this complaint with the court, but with the South African Police Service and the Department of Home Affairs.
Oh, she's stupid.
Demanding that Tabo's body be turned over to her effective immediately. It causes an even bigger scene, though, because everyone knows about this now. Tabo's mom walks in to come pick up her son's body, and all the police are confused. Isn't his mom dead? Then who the hell is this woman? Right. They ask the woman to submit a DNA test to prove that she is indeed picking up her family member, and sure enough, the DNA comes not a match.
Ooh.
To the dead body?
Yes. So now
the
whole case is being re-examined. They dig up his autopsy and they realize that his cause of death was not from smoke inhalation, but rather he was dead long before the body was set on fire. The authorities knew about this and they didn't do anything about it because he's a prisoner, he's an inmate, and I don't think they cared whether he was murdered before he was lit on fire because they assumed it was Thabo Bester, which that is such gray area and that becomes a whole thing later on. But now they realize that's not even Thabo Bester because they run the DNA and they're like, that's not Thabo. What the hell is going on? And it's very quickly confirmed that Thabo Bester has escaped because they go on TikTok and they see a man who looks identical to Thabo Bester posting videos with one.
Bro.
What the absolute fucking wrong with these folks, bro? See, you can't make... My bad. You can't make this up, though. You cannot make this up.
This man, I heard. Go take it back.
She wanted... See, this is comical.
Go on TikTok and they see a man who looks identical.
Is this him?
I don't know. This may not.
To Thabo Bester, posting videos with one of Dr. Nandi's daughters. Just posting TikTok videos.
Oh, maybe that's not.
Wait, what's going on?
He just is posting TikTok videos. He's not explaining the situation. He's pretending to be Tom, and he's just posting TikTok videos with Dr. Nandi's kids.
And they're like, this looks like Thabo.
Yeah, they're like, okay, so Dr. Nandi is saying that she was the common law wife of Thabo. This guy looks identical to Thabo, and this is posted after he allegedly died, but it's not Thabo.
Yeah.
And he's posting with Dr. Nandi's kids.
Wow. How ballsy do you have to be?
Exactly. And that is when people realize he is not dead. Ground Up, the two investigative journalists that wrote the book that we did a lot of our sourcing from, they were the first news publication to break the news that Thabo's death is not exactly what it seems, which results in Thabo and Dr. Nandi going on the run. Ooh. All their friends start coming forward, stating they had invested with them, seen them together, went to their house parties. And after this article, finally, 10 days later, March 25th, 2023, so this is like a full year after he's escaped, the government admits that Thabo Bester had escaped. Eventually, the two are arrested in Tanzania, brought back to South Africa to stand trial. A lot of people will be standing trial for the escape of Thabo Bester, the former unit supervisor for the segregation unit in the prison, Dr. Nandi's father who helped her pick up the bodies.
Look at him. Hold on. He like posing with his, what's that, Volkswagen? Like, hey, got the keys to the car.
Hi. Ain't that crazy?
This must be her dad. Because he looks the oldest out of everybody. Or is it?
No, he looked the oldest.
Well, I'm saying, I'm thinking this the lawyer.
Oh, but
ain't no telling it.
There's no telling. But the fact that y'all, like, however many people was that helped in this little operation, sorry, y'all. That is crazy to me. Like,
unit supervisor for
my bad.
The segregation unit in the prison, Dr. Nandi's father who helped her pick up the bodies from the morgue and rented a car, the CCTV tech at the prison, 6 prison guards, Dr. Nandi's gardener, Dr. Nandi, and Thabo Bester will be standing trial. And it's just, I mean, the whole thing is so ridiculous. Thabo Bester is ridiculous. Even while he was in prison, he still writes motivational letters to family friends. Like unsolicited motivational letters. He would write letters such as, "Nothing splendid has ever been achieved except by those who dared believe that something inside of them was superior to circumstances. A positive mental attitude is the foundation of a successful life," someone said. "Dream as if you'll live forever. Live as if you'll die today. But I say that we live forever under Jesus Christ so that we must never stop dreaming. You live a life of joy and happiness. You think thoughts of creativity and speak words of life to every creature you meet. Your mantra in life becomes MAD, M-A-D, making a difference. The world is a great mirror. It reflects back onto you what you are. If you are loving, if you are friendly, if you are helpful, the world will prove loving and friendly and helpful to you. The world is what you are." But if you think such wise advice is free, you are sadly mistaken because he ends the letter with a simple request. According to his doctor, he needs to eat 5 meals a day. So for that, they're going to need to send him some money in prison to get some food. Yeah. He also creates a list of items that he believes the police pocketed after arresting him in Tanzania.
You said what?
He said he needs 5 meals because they stopped eating at 4 o'clock. He still be hungry.
Oh, yeah.
He said 4 o'clock won't do.
Which is diabolical in itself, bro.
So
I forgot what time my mom said last supper for them used to be.
So what time is breakfast? Like 7?
No.
Oh, like 5 in the morning?
5 in the morning.
Okay.
And I think 5 p.m. is the last time they...
Oof. I could go.
Because she used to call me talking about something.
Someone need a little snack.
Like when I used to call her, sometimes I couldn't get a hold to her. She'd call me back because she was working child hall.
I wouldn't be able to do it.
And so she was like, I was working.
Well, I guess that's what commissary and stuff for, huh?
Yeah. They had commissary and have stuff in it, their room. But that's high though.
So 5, and then what time lunch?
Probably
like 2.
I can call her. Oh, and because then Ramadan, like during Ramadan time, they used to get up even earlier.
So probably like 2 for lunch.
No, probably
maybe like 11.
Like 10 or 11.
Yeah, probably about because they ate at 5.
Yeah,
and then the last meal.
And I used to be like, I'd be like, what if they ain't up? You know what I'm saying? What if they ain't woke? She was like,
you go
miss a meal.
Miss a meal. Then. You better get up. You want to eat.
And then you know what I'm saying? I get to pat down because they used to catch people like trying to take an orange back to their room and stuff like that.
Man, I'd be stuffing it, especially like say for instance, like I'm a woman and I probably got some larger breasts.
No, they search you. They all up in there.
Up.
They all up. They go. You know, cause they check under here. They check all that.
Maybe I'm gonna have an extra roll somewhere. I'm hiding some.
You gonna be fat. You gonna make sure you fat.
I'm gonna do something. I'm gonna
Stuffing
I'm
in the
gonna
rolls.
leave a little orange apple, a piece of bread or something. I be hungry.
But yeah.
My food digest quick. I be getting hungry quick.
Now my mom told me child and all that stuff. Like,
so that ain't for me, honey. I need to stay on the straight.
Cause I used to call her, be like, cause I used to call the prison all the time. Yes, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And then she can't get on the phone. I know either she doing count or she is at the workshop.
Yeah.
He also creates a list of items that he believes the police pocketed after arresting him in Tanzania. He lists them with their prices, totaling $2.2 million.
US dollar?
Yeah. iPhone 14 Pro Max, Samsung S23.
See.
That's how he did.
And he's obviously he got a phone.
Is this from prison?
Yes.
Looking like a newborn with the love.
And he ain't even asking just for a phone to communicate. He want a modern phone.
Arresting him in Tanzania. He lists them with their prices, totaling $2.2 million.
US dollar?
Yeah. iPhone 14 Pro Max.
Pictures and videos of Tyler
his best life in prison.
He wore normal clothes delivered by.
That's her. That's her real name.
On most days, and had his own bed sheets. Oh yeah, his own bed sheets. Oh, he living good.
He hit the high count. What's that?
Oh, like I got in there.
Whatever the highest count is.
No, that's not it was the second highest count. Okay.
Samsung S23, Samsung Z4, iPad 16, MacBook Air 16.
Oh,
shut up!
Hold on.
Prices totaling $2.2 million.
US dollar?
Yeah. iPhone 14 Pro Max, Samsung S23, Samsung Z4, iPad 16, MacBook Air 16, 2 of them, Burberry card holder, Burberry sunglasses, Tom Ford sunglasses, HP laptop, a Louis Vuitton laptop bag, a ring worth at least $14,000.
Who the fuck he think he is? I thought y'all said y'all had gangs in there. Nigga, we robbing his ass.
And no, I think this is all the stuff he said that he had on him when they arrested him. That totaled to be 2 point something. So he wrote it all down.
And he's saying he need his money back.
Yeah, because they took all these.
Oh, he a con artist. Yeah. I'm thinking that's what he had it. I said, ain't no way you got that in jail. Trust me, I know somebody that was locked up. They were calling home to their mom all the time, telling their mom, "Oh, I need some money."
Stop, shut up. Come on.
Did I tell you the story?
Yeah, you did.
Cause my mom eventually she had regular prison, so hey.
She don't even supposed to be telling you stuff.
I said, bro, some of y'all do not be a criminal, bro. It's not worth it going behind them
y'all
bars.
think that
bro.
stuff cool and it's all whatever.
It's not worth it, bro.
All right.
Hey,
it's not cool.
I done seen you because you know one dude we know both of us. My mom used to tell me, she was like, "Boy, he didn't get hit." Boy, I'm talking about them putting them paws on him. She said, "I didn't even know who he was." I said, "What?" She said, "Yeah, his face swole on the streets. He big gang member, one of young. They working his ass."
AP watches worth at least $150,000 each, 2 FM watches. I don't know. Again, worth at least
Miller.
worth at least $150,000 each, 2 Rolexes.
He know, don't he?
Baby, too. Baby.
What he say? He said what, Miller?
Frank? Is it? He said Frank? So, I don't know. Out my budget.
Oh, Frank Miller.
I have heard of him.
I know.
I have heard.
When he said FM, I'm like, what's
yeah. I have.
But I know.
Let me click on it. The image. I just want to make sure that it's the image in my head. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I know no more. He ain't had that shit on him. Dirty looking ass motherfucker.
Miller.
Worth at least $150,000 each, 2 Rolexes, a Cartier watch, a Patek,
Where's he getting all that from?
You have all this stuff.
Oh, the scams. Okay.
A bag containing clothes, designer clothes, cash, a few $100,000 worth of cash from different denominations, USD, Tanzanian shillings, Swiss francs, rands, which nobody knows if what he's claiming is true.
Right.
Because he's claiming the police stole it. They're corrupt. They're stealing his stuff. But even if it's true, he just admitted to having $2.2 million worth of illegal assets that he brought across country borders.
Yeah.
Fraud.
So, I mean, the next investigation would naturally be, where the hell did he get that kind of money? Exactly. And I don't think he wants them opening up that can of worms, so I don't understand why he thought that was a good idea. In court, Dr. Nandi and Tabo have been seen flirting, smiling.
What? She looking bad, y'all. She looking bad.
In court.
Look at her. She ain't got the braids no more. She looking bad.
You threw your whole life away for this bomb.
And they ain't gonna hold you.
Artist.
How they got y'all sitting in there joint look like y'all in one of them. one of them suits that y'all be hugging y'allself, don't it? Don't
ain't
she
no
look like?
nigga ain't that good to be doing all this.
And
ain't
was
no
he
way.
Was he even hitting?
At some point, I don't know. Ooh, ain't no.
Boy, y'all, she look bad, bro.
Serious.
She look bad. I know she look like a couple crackheads back home, bro.
Dr. Nandi and Tabo have been seen flirting, smiling, whispering in each other's ears. Tabo is actually seen walking.
I didn't even realize they were sitting next to each other.
Yeah,
I wasn't even looking at him.
They holding hands.
Holding hands.
Have been seen flirting, smiling, whispering in each other's ears. Tabo was actually seen walking into court once wearing 2 Louis Vuitton t-shirts layered on top of each other. It's almost like he's going out of his way to be unlikable and be investigated for more financial fraud crimes.
Yo.
Have we heard anything about like Dr. Nandi? Is it Nandi?
Nandi?
Dr. Nandi's husband?
He's pretty private of a person. And some people speculate that's even why they separated. That she was very much enjoying becoming more of that celebrity status.
That makes
and perhaps
sense.
showcasing too much of their life. And he's much older too. Yeah. I think he's close to 2 decades older. Yes. Now, Dr. Nandi is now claiming that she was technically kidnapped by Thabo Bester. She was taken to Tanzania and has nothing to do with this. She was forced to do all of this. Which
I wonder is he telling her to do that? Like telling her to, because if she's free and she can beat this, she can go back to practice and
help him.
Exactly.
Supply whatever little life he wants.
Yeah.
But you all in court holding hands and whispering and kikiing.
He can't get out.
No.
Because you going back to prison.
No.
But I need her to get off so she can still be helping me. And eventually maybe she can help me escape again.
And then we can really get far away. I don't know. That's crazy.
It just makes sense though.
For someone like him to think like that.
I'm just
for
saying.
Someone like him to think like that.
It's going to be a very tough argument to prove, considering she was just giggle-gaggling with him in court. Okay. And then the next court hearing, she's like, actually, he kidnapped me. So
how do the people of the country feel about her?
They don't like her. They just, honestly, more than not liking her, I think a lot of people are upset with her because it's so dangerous. She's putting so many people at risk, like the civilians, the South African civilians, when this criminal is here to yes, to
True.
scam wealthy people, but also potentially R-word more people, kill more people. I mean, the way that he killed his girlfriend with the knife to the chest, that's heartless. That's not nowhere near accidental, nowhere near self-defense. That's literally just sadistic. And so people are very angry with her for having a hand in that. But on top of that, I think the overwhelming feeling is, how do you become one of the success stories, the inspiration? How do you throw that all away for him? How do you throw away your fairy tale life that you worked your whole entire existence for him?
For him.
Exactly, yeah.
Now, a year after Thabo Bester's escape, a tweet starts circulating. The body that was burnt by Thabo Bester in prison is my son. Our government is failing us and I am broken. She said that her son Kalego had gone missing and she reported him missing, but the police wanted nothing to do with it because he's 32 years old. Later, the next time she hears about him is almost a year later, and he's found dead. And they just I don't even think they were apologetic. They're just like, sorry, he burned to death in prison, but he's probably dead before then. Her son has no criminal record. He's not a prisoner. How was he in a cell, in prison, in solitary confinement, under a burning mattress? It doesn't make sense. She reports him missing one day. No criminal record. He ends up dead, found in a prison. Nobody will tell her how he died. Eventually, the police say, yeah, we think he collapsed in town, was taken to the hospital, and passed away. And she's like, well, how come I wasn't alerted? That doesn't make any sense. Then the next police officer she asked, they changed the story. Oh, he got injured while he was out running errands, and then he died. Again, still doesn't explain anything. Nobody can explain to her definitively, this is his cause of death. This is what happened. And also how nobody in the family was alerted. How his body was taken out of the morgue by a random person. One suspicion, though, is that Kalego lived in the same neighborhood as one of the prison guards that helped facilitate Thabo's escape. No. Both of them went to the same bar. They were regulars at the same bar. So they might have known each other. We don't know. So there could be a lot more sinister stuff underway, but I guess we won't know until we know. Or I don't know if we'll ever know. Yeah. His mother cried, this is a place where murderers and are kept. How did my son end up here? And she collapsed upon seeing her son's body again. And there's just a lot of questions about the prison itself. Would they have said anything about how suspicious the whole thing was had the press not gotten wind of it first? Because according to the initial autopsy reports that were performed right after Thabo Bester allegedly died, they found out that he didn't die by smoke inhalation. But they didn't care to investigate. They didn't care to open up any sort of thing. They just let it happen. They didn't care. Also, how much is the facility getting paid by the government? It's a private prison. They get paid about $30 million a year, USD, to operate. But this is what they're doing? It just feels very, very shady.
Do we know how... So, Dr. Nandi, yeah. Dr. Nandi just straight up went to 10 different prison guards and bribed them?
Yeah, was giving them about $5,000-ish.
Each?
Yes.
And then they're like, okay.
Yeah, to be fair, they do make... Well, not to be fair, I don't think there's any excuse. But to give perspective, they make about, I think, $800 USD a month. So $5,000, I know maybe if you're US based, it sounds like the conversion rate, it's not that much, but.
Yeah. Wow. Yeah. But still, that's all it takes for someone to get,
Because at the end of the day, it's still, I guess, 6 months salary about.
Wow.
Right? But I just.
That's very.
Wow. And later, one of the heads of the prison was asked, I mean, it's an absolute disgrace that the victims of this man were not warned. Nobody was protected. It's an absolute disgrace, and you should hang your head in shame, all of you. It's not the way you treat people. But the most important thing, answer me this. If while you were so busy protecting the secrecy of your investigation and deciding not to warn the South African public, who incidentally expect all of us, all of you, to protect them and have failed, all of us, if Thabo Bester had murdered another woman, R-worded another woman, what would you have said then?
That also made me think that he's only caught because he is so freaking out loud about this.
And Dr. Nandi's filings and just all of that,
Yeah, her filings don't
what does that mean? Does that mean there are hundreds more that just got out without anybody knowing?
So,
I do think the reason why she went back to get the body is so they can dispose of the body.
Yeah.
So, so the DNA, she was trying to get ahead of the DNA thing.
So nothing comes back and it ain't in the clear.
That's the real reason why but she went too hard with it.
Yeah.
And it just didn't make sense.
Yeah. Not at all. And then with
does that mean?
And then with his mom showing up as well.
Why you would have think y'all just get your mom in on it, be like, hey mom, like
you really got a relationship with her for real. So you claim.
True.
And I'm not about to get in on that.
No, I'm saying you would have just let your mom know, like I'm out, like.
Oh, you out after you have took someone? You got the
obviously,
no.
But you don't know how. Again,
I don't know.
You don't know
I
the
don't
relationship with the,
I don't know.
with the
That's
mom.
just been strange to me.
They all strange because, like, I'm finna be real. If that's me and my mom, you think my mom gonna pick up the phone every time I go to jail and come get me out? My mom, if I ain't talking to her,
no.
My mom was like, "Fuck, you go sit in there. What you calling me for? You ain't been calling me, so what you calling me now for?"
Yeah.
Like, you got yourself, especially on some stuff he's getting in trouble for.
Like this type of stuff you doing.
That's your fault. Go deal with it.
Some deep stuff. No.
You know what I'm saying? And that's the reason why I'm like, y'all did have a 100% strange relationship. That I feel like if he had told his mom, like, you know, I think she would have been like, okay.
I don't know. I ain't about to.
And you could have told mom go pick up the body from the morgue and got it. But I don't need to be helping these folks.
What you said?
This?
And Dr. Nandy's filings and just all of that, yeah.
So what does that mean? Does that mean there are hundreds more that just got out without anybody knowing?
So if Thabo Bester had even just performed the initial housing scam, taken all the money, and they had fled the country, even if they found out, he would still be free, it seems.
Yeah.
So there must be more.
A lot more, yeah.
Now, the prison head just responds, well, I'm not a speculator, and that hasn't happened.
What hasn't happened?
They were asked, what would you have done? What would you have said if Thabo Bester had committed another murder, if he had R-worded another person? And they said, well, I'm not a speculator, so I'm not going to speculate because that's not what happened. So while everything is underway, there are conspiracies, however, that Thabo is in prison for taking the fall for a senior politician at the time of the murder, and that the politicians helped fund his escape because it's so brazen, and that Dr. Nandy was actually not having an affair with Thabo Bester, but was having an affair with the senior politician's son, and that's how she got wrapped up into all of this. Oh, Lord. But I don't know. I don't know. Maybe if you are more familiar with everything going on in South Africa, if you can let me know. I am intrigued by that conspiracy, though. Now, I do think that Thabo is a very weird question in this whole case. I just feel like his brain needs to be studied. But even more is Dr. Nandy. She's the bigger question. Why would she even get involved in the first place?
Facts.
What are your thoughts on this? I mean, this whole thing has just been so bizarre. I don't feel...
So the photo, also, you say the photo, right, at the beginning. You saw them buying toilet paper.
Yes.
Someone just snapped a photo?
Yes, because Dr. Nandy is a celebrity and that's not her husband. So they snapped a photo not knowing that the man in the photo is Thabo Bester.
Oh, that was a fan snap. Like, oh, yes. Look, here's a doctor so-and-so.
Who's allegedly cheating on her husband. It looks like she's having an affair.
Oh.
So it seems that her being separated from her husband was accepted by her friends, but I don't think she made it public.
I see.
I don't think she told her followers.
So it's like a paparazzi photo.
Yes.
Turned out they were like, wait a minute, that's a
killer.
That's a murder.
Yes, but
that was dead.
Yes, but they don't find out until way later. So they just kind of sit on this photo.
Oh, and the photo resurfaced.
Yes, once everything comes apart that, oh, she's dating Thabo Bester.
Wow, that is crazy.
He kind of looking at the photo.
And that's the ongoing case of Thabo Bester. Yeah. What are your thoughts? Please leave it in the comments.
Insane.
And I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Some people just weird.
This was a wild, crazy story. And I have so many questions still. Well, I hope the kids are doing fine. Name? Who his name?
I'd like to spell it.
I got the first name spelled correctly, and the last name is like, yeah. Oh.
He number 39.
Good God Almighty.
He look bad. Boy, look bad. This is his partner. She 35. She look bad.
35. I thought she was in her 40s. I was 35. Oh, she's in. Okay.
I'm trying to see if she was sentenced.
Oh.
Currently
in prison. Girl.
This
ain't no way.
This is almost a year old as far as the video.
Career gone.
Man.
Locked up. Kids ain't got their mama. Girl, for what? What did you gain?
So she's still waiting for trial.
What did you gain?
Tabo going back to prison anyway.
Yeah,
he probably gonna be in there for life. So
he need to be.
On his end,
you was doing a lot of things, hurting a lot of women. You took someone's life.
Stealing from people.
Stealing, yes. You did
did the most.
Child, anyway.
Hey, man. Y'all spam us up in the comments.
Please
Let us know y'all thoughts about it for us in the comment section down below. But until next time, y'all know how I go, man. I do go by the name DJ New Kid. This is
Sierra Nicole.
We are.
We
are.
Ain't no time to kick it. Got a stack of flip for my folks. Dollar.